Halo the yellow reporting for duty. The wind is the multi and fruity caress that we get from the excess of care expressed from life. First things first. On our ancestors. So, what we have right now in the moment. Listen. It was a key word we've been given. How we processing listening? What is even listening for us? Or what meaning, halo, and life guide us into listening process that many are going through? I mean, what is listening? To listen. Listen. Is that some sort of a breaking down syntactically? Yes, can. But let's keep it simple for now. To listen for many appears to be the ability to take in data or feel or sense energy. So to listen is a sense. Listening is a sense in itself. Many mention how you listen with your ears, but do you really listen to ears? No, your ears collect information or in a form of sounds or energy or data, and then brain and all the cells and systems and cycles that are within that particular organ process stuff, and then based on the processing and on the file that associate the particular processing, certain information are deducted. Yeah, it'll make sense. It makes some sense. But is that really listening? Or is that more of a process of memorizing and based on files and memory associating 1 plus 1, 2, so to speak? So what is listen? What is to listen? Well, Halo says everything. Everything is everything, correct? Which means that was in tilt. Everything is everything. So listening is everything. In its holographic sense, you don't only listen with your ears or with your brain, you listen with all your senses. Your eyes listen, your nose listen, your mouth listen, your body listens. Everything listens in its own way. Of course, they're not listening the way the ears listen. They have their own way of listening, and that's why you call them seeing and smelling and touching and tasting and feeling. Why? If listening, as we said earlier, is taking in data or taking in information in the form of energy, which is sound or which is wind or which is refractory air movements when they hit each other, so on and so forth, and taking it into the ear conduits and transfer the information into the processing system that's the brain, then why not even the mouth by touching in his palate and his sensor and his tongue, touching and therefore feeling, therefore receiving the information being sent from the thing that is inserted into the mouth, and that in that sense also why also the eyes that receive the lights or whatever sense or whatever form or less form of information comes from a particular means, and it eats the eyeball and the retina and then goes where it needs to go to be processed. And in the same way, even the nose, when the cavity receive information in the form of again sense or smell or form, again it seems to be all the same thing, right? Listening is seeing. Listening can be seen as seeing. Listening can be seen as tasting, as feeling. It's the same way the other sense could be the same sense. Are we saying, or are we suggesting that all senses are really one sense And somehow in this holographic differential reality that we experience and we created, we intentionally put in this way, such a way to do what? To do what? Good question. Think about it and come back to us. Yours truly, the Yellow and the Word.